important topic, dynamics, and how to teach a beginner to do all sorts of different volumes. And so first of all, the secret is your arm. Your arm is a very powerful tool. It allows you to distribute your weight, and so that you can do or take away the weight, so you can play loud sound and soft sound. And so the ability to control your arm and distribute weight is the key to playing different dynamics. So for example, as I was playing earlier, the Chopin A2 Opus 10 number 4, the beginning, right? So I would use more arm weight, and then for the subsequent notes, I would take away the weight, and then put more weight in again. And so that is how you create different dynamics. Now, how do we teach it though? So the basic principle is that the more weight you use, the bigger the sound is. And then the more weight you take out, the less sound you have. And one very common exercise that I use with all my students is that I ask them to play a single note using, again, let's use the third finger, that's the strongest finger. Use the third finger, play 100%, right? 100%, very loud. And then I ask them to do 80%, and then 50%, 30, and then 10. And so that way they can feel how much weight they need to put in their arm. Now, some analogies that I use is that when you're playing very loud, think about you're walking in the mud, right? The finger, it's like a lake, so you're walking in and it's really hard to pull your leg out. So you slowly go into the mud, like that. And then for a quiet sound, I would say, think about feather, right? Very light, very light. So that's how you can think of different description to describe a certain dynamic, like forte, piano, pianissimo, things like that. Now, one thing you want to pay attention to though is that a lot of the times when you ask students to play loud, they would do this. They make a very aggressive sound, and you have to remind them to use a portato touch. Now, if you don't know what a portato touch is, make sure you check out my video on portato, and I will put the link in the description. And so, make sure you use a lot of arm weight and a portato touch to create a round and non-aggressive sound. And then for piano, for playing soft, one of the most common mistakes is that when a student tries to play soft, they tense up, you know. And what happens is that they try to play the key, but it doesn't make a sound. And so the solution is actually try to approach the key like your pet from an angle, right? So we don't go directly straight down, but it's almost like you're pulling the sound out from the key. Again, it's like a portato touch, but take out the weight. Now you might ask, so alright, sure, if I'm putting weight in, then I can feel the weight on my fingertips. But where does the weight go when I'm trying to play soft? I usually think about putting the weight from the fingertips to the elbow. So I store the weight at the elbow so that there's not much weight going on right here. And so that's how I would approach soft piano. So I hope you find this video helpful, and leave me a comment about any questions that you may have. So thank you so much.